guys. So first things first, ignore my vanity. I need to clean it up. I know. But and if you can see my room right now, it's an absolute hot mess. You hear me? Okay. So I wanted to do like top makeup products from Sephora since the spring Sephora sale is coming up. I don't think I'm gonna get anything because normally I wait until the fall winter one to shop. And look, the finances are not financing right now, but I did want to share some of the products that I selected. So I'm gonna start with my brush / tool category. Please note that they dirty, I can clean them. Okay, so I have my beauty blender. If you know me, you know I love this beauty blender, and it comes in a set of 2, and you can get it on sale. Normally they have them on sale before the Sephora sale or after the sale for like $10 for both. It's a really good deal. And then I love this Makeup Forever brush. This is the 126, and I think I have the 128. I love it as well. And then this is one of my favorite brushes from NARS. This one I put powder all over my face. This one is interesting because powder is one of my favorite categories, and all of these deal with powder. That's wild. This I use for under my eye for setting my powder, and this I also use for setting my concealer. So first I set my concealer with my loose powder, and then I set my loose powder with my pressed powder. Boop, 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 right underneath my eye, my nose, right here, and my forehead. So those are my products. I'm gonna put these away while I'm talking. Or actually, I didn't use that yet. This one's dirty. I'm gonna just throw the stuff back up there, and then whatever wasn't out already, I'm gonna try to go ahead and put it away. That way it's not everywhere, except my primer stuff, because some of this stuff actually go in my bathroom. Okay, let's move to that category. Some of my favorite, well, first off, let's start with, I'm trying to do it like as it go in order. This is now I know they recently updated the packaging, changed the formula, whatever. This is still my backstock. I love this formula. I use it almost every night. And I notice when I don't use it, it just helps with making sure that my skin not only stays hydrated, but that like it helps minimize all those issues I have with my skin. So I really like it. I can see the benefits of using it. I love my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I'm still going through the regular one. I do have the water Magic Cream. I like that one even more than this one, but I already had this one. So before I have like 3 of these in my backstock. So before I buy the water cream, I'm going to keep going through this one, which I love it. I also like the Charlotte Tilbury Dark Spot Correcting Serum. I love this serum. It's very nice. I've been using this with a combination of my Tower 28, and it's been really helping me clear up my hyperpigmentation. At one point, I was using some other products, and I felt like they just stopped working. So I think it's one of those cases where I just have to rotate in products that work and then switch to new products so it can like reshock my skin or something. I don't know. Of course, I love this. You're going to hear a lot of Black-owned businesses or Black woman-led companies or woman companies, because I love the support, but also they make some of my favorite brands. Y'all know me, okay? Vanessa Myers and Pat McGrath and Fenty. Listen, it's like if I had to rate top brands, definitely Vanessa Myers, number 1. Yeah, number one for like everything from, for me, Vanessa Myers is number 1 in every category, and then number 2 would be a tie between Pat McGrath and Charlotte Tilbury. Pat McGrath is like borderline number 1 in every category, but Charlotte Tilbury is number 1 in a lot too. I like her blush. I like all of her powders. Her eyeshadows are okay. I don't not like them, but they're not like hyped up like Vanessa and Pat McGrath. So I love her setting spray. I don't really like the Pat McGrath setting spray, but also now that I've used the One Size powder melt spray a lot and in conjunction with other sprays, I now found a spray that it works with. It works really well with that Juvia's Place spray. I find that it doesn't work as well with the Vanessa Myrick's new spray or the One Size. It just doesn't give me the same long-lasting hold that I would like, but it works amazing. Quiet as kept. That One Size powder melt and Juvia's Place works really well for oily skin together. I'm going to get to setting sprays in a second, but my top setting sprays are setting sprays that can stand alone, not work in conjunction with something else. Anyways, squirrel. Pat McGrath and Charlotte Tilbury would tie for my number 2 place. And then my number 3 would be, maybe ABH. Y'all gonna see. I got a lot of products from the same or similar brands. They're my tried and true and trusted. I use them over and over again. Anyways, back to this primer. The water serum, I just use it in my T-zone. I don't usually use this all over my face. I like it. Y'all can tell by the way this looks, this is one of my favorite oil control primer and sunscreen combined, the Motd one. I like this one. I like the Laneige sunscreen. I like the Shiseido sunscreen. I have a couple other sunscreens I like. The reason why I like this one over all the other sunscreens is because this one combined with a primer, so I can use this all over my face and then use the Danessa Myricks or One Size in my T-zone, and I'm set for primer. I love the Charlotte Tilbury serum. This is her Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. And excuse me, I'm like, my tongue might seem like it's a little lazy. I think I'm having an allergic reaction. I know. So my tongue is like swollen a little bit, but it's okay. Claude Lee, their eye cream, brightening eye cream. I really like it. I feel like I can wear this without makeup and it still like looks like I'm awake. So that's one of the reasons why I like this. At one point I was using their moisturizer and a couple other products, which I felt was nice, but it's one of those brands where I feel like I have to keep changing in and out things to like reshock my skin to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do. Okay, and then for next, after like my powders and serums, I would normally move to my eyes. I would go ahead and do my eyes next. So let's talk about that. I have some top eye categories for sure. This Fenty How Many Carats highlighter. I love this. You can use it for highlight. I don't use it for highlighter. I normally use it for inner corner highlighter and my eyebrow highlight. I love it. It's so nice. Do y'all want to see it? Y'all probably want to see it. This is what it looks like. I got it actually during the last Sephora sale. So I've really been loving it. It's one of a few products that I recently purchased in the last Sephora sale, and I've been using it since then. Most of these products I've been using for at least a year or more, and I've already re-upped on the product, most likely. This Patrick Ta For Your Eyes, this is in the medium. I also have the deep. I don't have a preference for which one I like the best. I like them both equally. It's one of my favorites because it's a quick one and done. Of course, any of the Pat McGrath palettes, from these to the quads to a few of the quints, I love them. And then, as I said, Danessa Myricks has #1 in almost every category. So I just went ahead and pulled, this is her most recent palette. I just pulled it so you guys can see what it looks like. And it's magnetic. It just assembles so nicely. Sorry, my bed's right here, so everything is on the side here, and I'm trying to organize it so I can put it away seamlessly and this not turn into even more. I'm supposed to be putting away all these clothes, if you can see my room, and I keep finding other things I need to do. Like right now, for some reason, I decided this time around I'm going to retighten my own hair. What made me decide to do that? I don't know, but it's a process, and I'm still going through it. Am I going to take a photo for the... I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so as far as the rest of my eyes, I want to make sure to get through to my what would be in the next, because I said my eyes. So if I use a eyeshadow stick, my favorite eyeshadow stick is the Fenty eyeshadow stick. And then I would normally also do, if I'm not using a regular shadow, if I just use a shadow stick and or either, I'll also use it in conjunction with my Danessa Myricks liner. This is my favorite liner of all time. My second favorite liner is the Tom Ford one, but that one runs out super quickly. This one lasts a long time. I've re-upped on it several times and I love it. I also like this Anastasia Beverly Hills liner. I have a couple of colors. I like the tip of it. I like everything about it. I think I have it purple, blue, brown, and auburn. I love it. Okay, and then after that, the next step is foundation. Now, I challenged myself. I've been testing out a bunch of new foundations. I have a lot of new ones. The Charlotte Tilbury. I have the Bobbi Brown. I have the new Fenty one. I went ahead and picked the new Duo one, as you guys know, in the last Sephora sales. But I just decided that one of my tried and trusted products that I have multiple of that I just love is my Danessa Myricks Balm. Like, that's what I'm wearing today. Like, my true shade is 9.5, but I can use anywhere from 8 to 11. And I use them for, I've been trying to use up my 8 because it's a little bit light. My 8.5, I believe I finished it all. I have a couple backup of 9 and 9.5. No, my 8 I finished. I've been trying to use up the rest of my 8.5 because I think that the 9 and 9.5 are my best shades. And then 10 and 11 I'll use as bronzers, contours. I have a bunch of the Danessa Myricks blushes in this balm powder. I also have the blush lights in this balm powder. I just love this balm powder. And if I could pick a #1 foundation of all time, it would be this. And I can also use this without primer. I can go straight from one of my like plain sunscreens, like my Laneige doesn't have a primer in it. So I could go straight from my sunscreen to this. You could use this as under your foundation, or you could use it as your foundation. It's amazing. And like, I've been looking at some new releases, and every time I look at them, I think about it and I say, you know, because I've been wanting to try the ABH foundation, but I keep missing the day that it's on sale for half off, because I got my Charlotte Tilbury and Bobbi Brown when they were on sale for half off. So I keep missing the day that the ABH one is actually half off. So because of that, I don't want to pay full price for it if I know that it can be half off. And the second reason why I haven't gotten it is because I keep coming back to this one, especially when I'm having a rough day. And so ideally, I'm thinking I really would like to go through most of the foundations, if I can, that I have now. That way I can deplete all the foundations I have. I'm trying not to buy any new foundations unless they're on like a good sale, like 50% off. So I know at one point, I think that Natasha Denona foundation was 30% off. I was willing to buy that, but I missed the day of the sale. So if I can't catch it on the day of the sale, or my finances ain't available like right now, then I can't do it. I'm going to stick with what I got. Okay, so normally after I put on my foundation or balm, I'll go ahead and move to my concealer. Top concealers of all time is, you guys know I tried this out a little bit before the Sephora sale, the Iris and Romeo one. And I bought this as a replacement for, I had another concealer that was, the Sephora brightening blemish concealer. They no longer carry that. So I was looking for a correcting concealer that would help with if I had any bumps or anything like that, because I really like the products that do that. So they didn't have the Sephora one. I did find a replacement for that, and it's the Iris and Romeo one. I'm in the shade 12, and I love this. I've been using it even more than what I've used it before. And then my runner-up concealers are the LYS, the Fenty, and Pat McGrath. I love these concealers. They're amazing. I love a lot of concealers. If it's hydrating and it's long lasting, most likely I like it. Now, I wanted to try the milk one, but I tested it out in Sephora and it's too creamy. It won't work for me. I like the ABH concealer. I like the, no, excuse me, not ABH. I like the Too Faced concealer, although that one's thick and I prefer something lighter under my eye. So I've been, when I'm looking at concealers now, I look for something that's light but long lasting. I do have some concealers that don't fall into those categories that I can use, but these are some of my favorite. Like the Lancome one is also good, but it's not as long lasting as these. After concealer, I set my under eye. Currently, I've been using my Laura Mercier powders, my Fenty powders, and my Huda Beauty loose powders. These are the three, and I have it in tons of colors, by the way, as well as like the concealer. If I like something, I'll buy it in multiple colors and keep going. So I have these in multiple colors. I have the one size also I like to use under my eye, especially because I like a more hydrating concealer. I do like a loose powder that sets well. I know that this, I feel like this formula for the Huda Beauty powder is not the same as the original formula for the Huda Beauty powder. Here, let me show you. This formula is not the same as this formula. And I'm not sure that I like this formula over this formula. This one still, it's okay. It gets the job done, but it's not as good as this one. Also, this one, I have to set it with a pressed powder afterwards. This one, I don't have to. But also, this one does not play well with other products. This one does play well, kind of. Not always. It doesn't really play as well with my Danessa Meyers balm, but I can make it work with my pressed powder to fix it up. So, I think moving forward, I will not be buying more Huda Beauty powders. One, I have a lot, but also they don't play as well with others, like some of my other powders that are just better. The Givenchy and the Huda Beauty, I love them, but they don't play as well with others. The Fenty, the Laura Mercier, the One Size, the Cover Fix, they play very well with others. They're long lasting, they do their job, all the things. So I'll keep buying those. Well, I have backstock, so I don't need to buy them more, but I'll keep using them. I will say, I like the Pat McGrath powder as well, but I already showed you my top ones. What was I about to say? I was about to say something else. I forgot what was the second part. I forgot what I was about to say, but those are my loose powders. And then normally after my loose powder, I set my loose powder with a pressed powder. And the pressed powders I've been leaning to lately is the Pat McGrath in Amber. I have these in many colors. These are amazing. Anybody who tells you they're not, they're lying. Like, straight lying. It don't matter what their skin type is. Anybody who says that this pressed powder from Pat McGrath isn't the business, they're lying. And they're a hater. I also love this Pillow Talk Flawless in Peach. If I could get anything from the sale, I would want to get the one that's in pink. And I would definitely want to get that. And I want to try the new formula from the Huda Beauty one. The reason why I've been deterred from trying it is that this is a formula that nobody liked. This is the original formula. Nobody liked it but me, apparently. I loved it. Why did I love it? Because the Huda Beauty loose powder doesn't set as well. This one will set your under eye amazing, especially on top, the combo. Plus, I'm not looking for drying under my eye. I'm still looking for something that's luminous or hydrating looking. I want it because my skin gets oily, but by the time it's oily, this will kick in and it makes my under eye and everywhere look natural. I don't want my under eye to look dry. And that has happened with me with some powders, and I'm worried that would happen to me with the new pressed Huda formula, because I've heard a lot of people who love it. They say it's just like the loose powder, and if it's just like the loose powder, I'm not gonna like it because it ain't gonna set like how I want it to set. So I have this in multiple colors. I do not have like backups of it, but there's like 5 colors or 8 or 10 of these, and I have like 5 of the 10 colors. I like it. Oh, you know what I did not pull out? Bronzers. It's okay. My favorite bronzers, I'm gonna skip real quick. My favorite bronzers are this Laura Mercier and 50. I also really like my Giorgio Armani bronzer in 120. Yeah, those are my 2 favorite bronzers, I would say, for sure. I was trying to show you what it looked like, but I can't get it up. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. It has a shimmer on one side, bronzer on the other. I love it. It's amazing. So it's up here. This was pressed, so it goes down here. Pressed powder. No, I had this up here. I was using it. I used it this morning. Oh, this also has a blush. So this is what's the blush and the powder, under eye powder that I have on today is this Charlotte Tilbury peach. Hopefully y'all can see that. I have on the blush and the powder, and I love the look. It's amazing. Okay, so after I do my under eye, I'll go ahead and set the rest of my face, which is, that's when these come up. Okay, this Charlotte Tilbury, and then before, I have it in multiple shades. I have it in all the shades but 1, to be honest. 2 through 4, they me. I even have the brightening one. I use them all for different reasons. This powder is the GOAT. It'll work with anything. Anything, any problem, any mess up you make, Charlotte will cover it. She got your back. Let me put this away. I also recently, during one of the Ulta sales, they had, Ulta sales, Sephora was competing, so they had these for half off, these Laura Mercier translucent medium deep powders. Now the thing is, and I remember why I didn't repurchase this. I went ahead and I picked up 2 of them because I like the formula. I like it a lot. But the reason why I didn't purchase another one is because it ran out, and I really liked my Charlotte Tilbury one. So they were half off, so I wanted to make sure that I still was of that mindset, and I am. But this is like a close follow-up. So the reason why I got it is because I was out of my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is my last one, and I don't have any backups, and I didn't want to put in another order when this Laura Mercier was half off, and I had a coupon. So I decided I was just going to buy 2 of these and use this, and then when they run out, hopefully Charlotte will be having a sale, and I'll pick up my Charlotte one. But for now, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier. This is a great powder. Now, these are the Charlotte Tilbury one. They're all different. So this one size is full coverage. The Charlotte Tilbury is in the middle. It's in between sheer and full coverage. And then Laura Mercier is more of a sheer coverage. So it's like 1, Charlotte is 2, one size is 3. I don't wear them all at the same time, but if I'm doing a face and I want to set it, one of these 3 are my top. Now this powder, they're, I believe, not making anymore. I think 1 or 2 in back stock. But when they had the sale for these for like $20, I went ahead and picked up I think 2 of them. So I have my back because Sephora was competing. So, and they had additional things marked down. And so I picked these up from my local Sephora on sale. Okay. Oh, I'm tired. I'm getting tongue twisted. Okay. So after that, after I set my face, I will normally at that time go ahead and do my eyebrows. Oh, this Pat McGrath Artistry wand, this is a notable mention. It's not really a category because it stands on its own. As far as like primers and things like that, eye primers, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but if I did, it would be my Fenty primer. I like that one, the Fenty eye primer. That would be my favorite, and then this one would be my favorite for shimmers. Those are what I use regularly. Let's see. I'm trying to see what I shared already. I need to move this stuff so I don't forget. Okay, so next up would be eyebrows. I have 2 eyebrow products that are my favorite, which is the One Size and the Grande Brow 2-in-1. These are my favorite. Number 3 would be my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, which is right here. So the brow gel, these are my 3 favorite. I like these 2 because they're tinted. This one is not, and I don't need much hold. I just need a little bit of a hold, and then I'm all right. I believe that, where did I pick this up from? I believe this might have been discontinued, but this one isn't, so I'll just keep using it. Okay, so after I do my brows, I'll go ahead and do my cheeks. So I already told you my favorite bronzers. My favorite blushes are the Glossier in Storm. This is my favorite shade. And then the Fashion Fair. I like all the shades in this. And then the Cheek Clapper by One Size. I also like multiple shades, and I have multiple shades. I like it. They're some of my favorite. And I have on the Glossier one today. Okay, and then after that, I'll go ahead and do my lip liner. Top lip liners. The one I have on today is the Ame Collet. I also like the Pat McGrath lip liner and the Fenty lip liners business. Look at this. This is silly. I'm going to use every last drop. I already got, I think, 2 backups ready, and I like it in multiple shades. as I said, I have these in multiple shades as well. If I like it, 9 times out of 10, I have multiple shades. Now we're talking about Sephora. I don't shop too often at Ulta, but the things I have at Ulta, I have a lot of, like Juvia's Place. What else did I get from Ulta? Mostly Juvia's Place is what I get from Ulta. I'm trying to think, is there any exclusive brand to Ulta that I go to shop at Ulta? Sometimes shades of my Urban Decay liner I'll get from Ulta if it's out of stock at Sephora. But honestly, now that I'm looking at my makeup collection, the only thing I really go to get from Sephora is items from Juvia's Place. I just realized that. And everything else I usually just get from Sephora or their own brand. Okay, so after I put on the lip liner, of course I do my lips. I have a lot of lips here, a lot of lippies here. Let me pull this out so I can put these away as I go. Now, right now, I have a whole drawer of a bunch of lip balms. One of my favorites right now is a Summer Friday. I like it. I have a lot of them, though. A lot of different brands. I pretty much like them pretty equally between that one and the Fenty lip ones. I like them. They're moisturizing. I also like the Charlotte Tilbury Plumpgasm. I like this a lot. It's a nice one, and it's tinted. And then for regular like glow type balm sticks, excuse me, I like the Fenty one. Is my favorite. It's my favorite. Shimmer and regular formula, I love them. Let's see where, oh, I think I have this up here. Regular formula, I love them. And then some of my favorite all-time matte lippies that are long-lasting are the Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I have several shades of them, and the Kaleidos, which I also have several shades of. I also like the lip bullets. And some of my favorite lip bullets are from Pat McGrath, Lancome, ABH, and Charlotte Tilbury. Look at me cleaning up as I go. Child, things that don't normally happen. Okay, then after I have my lips done with, I will normally go ahead and spray and set my face. Now, recently, like I said, I've been using this combination with the Juvia's Place and the One Size Powder Melt. But these sprays can stand alone. Okay, so the Danessa Myricks and the Charlotte Tilburys are amazing. You can pretty much spray your face and go and you're fine. These are all definitely number ones of mine. I love them. They all work well. I haven't had any issues, not even with the nozzle or anything like that. I like, as an honorable mention, the LYS I also like, but I feel like after I use this as a natural finish, if I want to make sure my skin doesn't get so oily, I need to set it with something like One Size. Let me think, what else do I have here? I have this Fenty U-Mist spray. I like it. The issue is the nozzle gets clogged often, so I switched it with a different bottle. And also, I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like it sets my face, but it doesn't hold it. I hope that makes sense. Like, I feel like I get super oily in my T-zone and super dry in the rest of my face. It doesn't melt it like I want it to melt. So I need to use it with another spray to kind of melt everything and then set it with this. And then after a couple hours, I'm still not sure if it's lasting as long as I want it to last. It's good, but it's not as good as this. Yeah. Okay. So that's my setting sprays. Okay. And then after I set my my face, then I do the rest of my eye, which is my eyeliner. Favorite eyeliner pencil. I don't even need to pull out the other, like, number 2, number 3. Favorite eyeliner pencils of all times are from Urban Decay. Hands down. No competition. No questions, no nothing. I have it in, like, so many shades as well. If you guys want to see any shades or anything like that, if I didn't show it in any other videos, just let me know. I'm happy to do like a swatch party or something. Now, my favorite mascaras right now of all time is the ABH one. This is my favorite tubing mascara ever, the Tarte one. And then my favorite all around, I can wear it without adding any other mascara or anything, just by itself, even with no makeup, is this Lancome one. But especially this one, because it's so fine that I can get to my bottom lashes. So I use this every day just for my bottom lashes, but I've also used it for my top lashes, and I love it. I don't know if this is how I had those in there, but it's gonna be like this until I organize my my makeup, because it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess up here. I think I had out, oh, I probably had out all these concealers. Y'all, look at this. This is a reflection of my mind. I have tons of concealers here too. I love them. I love concealer. Okay, what's left? What else do I need to put away? I will say that I do like this setup. I've been using it each morning. It's been doing really well. I just need to clean all this stuff off and put it away. But like the height, everything here, it's really nice. And I actually started with my accessory closet, but I messed up the hole. I need to patch in the hole here and then put the other one up. But it's coming soon. Y'all see what the rest of my accessory or the updates for my accessory closet. It looks really good. Okay, what's next? Let me put this away. I have the eyeshadow palettes that I'm currently using sitting here on the side. Okay. So after I set after I do my mascara, normally I'm done. That's the last step of my makeup. I set my face, fan it, and then I do my mascara. That's it. Occasionally, after I set my face, I'll go ahead and add some extra blush, or I'll add a highlight, or like my bronzer here has a bronzer shimmer one. After I set my face, let it dry, do my mascara, I'll then add whatever the highlight is. My favorite highlights of all time come from Pat McGrath. This one in particular, this Divine Rose, is my favorite. It looks like it hasn't been used, but it's been used plenty. It just a little bit goes a long way. You dab it, put it on, dab it, put it on, and then you're done. It's my favorite, one of my favorite highlights of all time. And I have quite a few highlighters. This is just my favorite brand. Let me think. Can I think of? I don't even. Oh, I think if I had a second favorite highlighter, it would come from the Charlotte Tilbury. And then my blush light I have a couple blush lights that are my favorites as well. Okay. That is not pretty much, it is it. That's the end. I told you, I tried to do in order from top to bottom. What are my favorite makeup products? Top 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 that you can get from Sephora. And again, I've been using most of them for over a year now. And if I haven't been using them for a year, I'm familiar enough with the brand that I've been using the brand for a year or years. With that being said, we're done. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. I appreciate you for watching.